Hello everyone, I'm your host Mariana and you're listening to A Degree Farther, the official podcast of the graduate school at Hood College, where we feature current students, alumni and faculty who are innovators on our campus and in our community. Hello everyone, welcome back to A Degree Farther, the podcast where we explore the journeys and aspirations of graduate students, alumni, and faculty who are shaping the future one degree at a time. Today, we're joined by Venkata Krishna Kandalai, a passionate and driven graduate student making his mark in the rapidly evolving world of health informatics. With a strong foundation in biology from George Mason University and a growing expertise in data science, Venkata is uniquely positioned to tackle some of the most pressing challenges in modern healthcare. His work explores how artificial intelligence and emerging technologies can be used not just to improve care, but to make it more equitable, reducing barriers and addressing disparities that too often go ignored. Join us as we dive into his journey, the exciting intersections of biology, data, and technology, and his vision for a healthier, more connected future. Enjoy it! Hello everybody, welcome back to a new episode of A Degree Farther. Today we are with Mr. Venkata. Hello Venkata, how are you? Thank you so much for being here today.
Hey, Mariana, thank you for having me. It's such a pleasure to be a part of this podcast today.
Can you please introduce yourself to our listeners and tell us a little bit about your background? What program are you in and what brought you to Hood College?
Yeah, absolutely. So hello everyone. My name is Venkata, and I'm currently a graduate student here at Hood College studying health informatics. And I chose Hood College because of its strong focus on interdisciplinary learning, especially for health informatics and its supportive community. And I was drawn to the program's blend of healthcare, data science, and technology. And these are all the fields that I'm very passionate about and, want to get my hands in this hour. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself.
And if you can tell us a little bit more about what inspired you to pursue the degree specifically in health informatics and why this was the right moment for you to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I didn't really know about the degree of health informatics until I found out about Hook College. But in general, I've always been interested in how healthcare can improve patient outcomes or healthcare outcomes in general because I'm around a lot of doctors, especially in my family. And with everything happening now around the digital health transformation, especially after the pandemic, I realized now is a perfect time to be a part of that change. So I think health informatics is such an evolving field, and I wanted to gain the skills to kind of contribute to a meaningful change in patient care and healthcare systems in general.
For those who are unfamiliar with this degree or this path, can you explain a little bit more of what is health informatics in everyday terms?
Yeah, absolutely. So health informatics is basically where healthcare meets technology and data. So it's about using information systems, data analytics, and data tools to make better decisions in healthcare. So whether it be through making electronic health records more user-friendly for doctors and patients, or using data to predict disease outbreaks. So it's all about improving care through smart use of information. So it's not limited to just the doctors or just the patients. So it can range from, using technology to make EHRs more usable to kind of public health monitoring scope. So it's very broad.
Okay. And if you could choose like a favorite, I don't like the word favorite, but some
Mhm.
courses or programs that inspired you the most in the program so far? Can you tell us which one it will be and why?
Yeah. So the first semester that I started, I took this class called the U.S. Healthcare System History. So it's where we kind of talked about how the healthcare system in the United States has evolved and where it is now. It it was just very eye-opening on where it started and where it's kind of headed with, with the use of technology and everything. And it also opened my eyes to kind of how people had some barricades to care and access to care, and they didn't get the necessary care that they needed. So, and it's also a very like prevalent topic in healthcare today is this healthcare disparity between certain populations. So that kind of opened my eyes, kind of made me do more research, and kind of inspired my passion in this field pretty much.
Yeah, especially with everything happening around the world, I can see the use. Um, can you also tell us a little bit about how do your professors and peers are shaping this learning experience?
Yeah, so a lot of the professors that I've had in my classes so far, they've worked for big companies, they work for parts of the government. So they bring a lot of relevant experience, and they try to give anecdotes or any like case studies that they've like kind of been through before and kind of apply it to the textbook chapters that we go through. So in almost every single class, they give a lecture and then they kind of give an anecdote or a case study of whatever they've encountered in their professional career and how they address that challenge, or kind of talk about where that kind of use case study can be headed with the use of AI and how it can change everything. So a lot of professors are very helpful. They give very like useful advice and relevant like ideas. And in terms of peers, a lot of the classes that I've been in, a lot of people come from very different backgrounds. Whether some people are nurses and some are IT professionals, and I think that diversity really kind of helps our discussions and group projects. Kind of everybody kind of gives a different perspective, so it's very eye-opening as well. And I've learned just as much from them as from textbooks or any other lecture. So it's very cool.
The classes are um small classes, right?
Yeah, they're relatively small classes. Especially for my degree, the classes that are specific to my degree, they're very small. But the coding classes, they're relatively like big. So I think the class that I had last semester, there are probably like 15 people in there. So that's probably like the biggest class I've been a part of at the school. But it's still very engaging and fun.
Yeah, that's one of the aspects I really love about Hood College. Um, so shifting a little bit the topic, how do you see all these that you're learning and all this experience that you're having in the future of health informatics? How do you see that health informatics is evolving, especially with advancing AI and data analytics? And how do you see yourself interacting with this evolving of this degree or this career? Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think especially for healthcare, the use of AI can be very useful in terms of like we said, addressing like health disparities. But with AI, there also comes a lot of challenges like data privacy and ethical use. I think going forward, we're going to have to be a little more careful in implementing AI because some patients might not be as open to AI compared to other patients. But speaking generally, I think AI can definitely be helpful, also for, doctors as well in providing care. I think in the future, we're going to see like virtual assistants in clinics that are going to help doctors kind of give better care and, kind of free up some of the doctor's responsibilities so they can talk to patients more and, interact with patients more, as well as, patients themselves can directly interact with these like AI-driven virtual assistants, which I think will be pretty cool. But I think first and foremost, like AI in healthcare, there's a lot of potential there, but in order to kind of realize that potential, you definitely need to address the challenges like data privacy and ethical use for sure. And in terms of me being able to use I think anywhere or like any field in the job market right now, it's getting hard to not use AI and to kind of like go up the professional ladder. So I think everybody kind of, needs to learn how to use AI to kind of, you know, do their jobs more efficiently, but also, there's obviously like challenges with implementing and using AI, but it's definitely like it's gonna be in every corner of the world eventually. So yeah, that's my take on AI.
Yeah, like the importance of maintaining the balance between
Right.
the need and the boundaries that can be limited in the AI. Um, are there any specific healthcare issues or systems you're passionate about improving through informatics?
Uh yeah, there are a couple, but one of the main ones that I've been recently passionate about after doing some research is improving patient workflows and making health systems more user-friendly. I'm sure you guys or like some people have had some exposure to the healthcare system in this country. Through the patient's point of view, even through the patient's point of view, it can be kind of like hard to navigate, but you would think that doctors might have it a little easy because they already know what to do and how to navigate the system, but they have, just as difficulty, like, degree as the patients. So I think if my job is to like kind of help the doctors navigate this space a little more freely, they can help patients do the same and they'll be less busy kind of like having trouble navigating this space so they can help out patients a little more quickly. And these are often very like stressful, like especially like in surgery prep or discharge, they're very stressful moments for patients and doctors, and small improvements using informatics can make a big difference in safety, efficiency, and overall patient experience as well. So, yeah.
Wow, that sounds very interesting. Um, if you could think about the resources that you have at Hood College, which resources you think that are the ones that help you the most during this graduate journey?
The first thing that comes to mind is definitely the faculty and the faculty mentorship. Professors, are always available to guide us, whether it's for research projects or career advice. So I'm currently in an internship right now, and the way that I got this internship is through my professor. He was very, very kind enough to connect me with one of his friends, and then, I've held an interview and I got this internship. So I probably wouldn't have gotten this internship if I wasn't able to connect with my professor and connected with some other people. So definitely the mentorship um has been very helpful. And the second thing is it's kind of coincidental because I also work at the library, but the library resources have also been very helpful, especially when it comes to research. For almost all my classes, I need to do some form of research, and being able to navigate the library website and just the library in general has been very helpful. Uh, so yeah, definitely like the mentorship and the library have been very helpful throughout my journey.
Oh, it will be a great help if maybe we can add the your information in the description of the episode in case someone wants to know something about not just the health informatics degree but also all these that you're mentioning in the library, because from my personal experience sometimes it's hard to know how to uh, like use the library website, and I know Hood College have a lot of resources to ask for help, but if you could uh, give like a direct advice or guidance, I don't know, that maybe could be a very good help for students.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm willing to do that. It definitely is sometimes it can get difficult navigating the library and like the library website, but I can definitely try to help.
Thank you. We're coming to the end of the conversation. But I don't want to say bye without asking you, what advice will you give to someone that is considering this degree and considering Hood College? And if you look back when you first apply, what do you wish you had known that you think that maybe can help to those people who are considering this graduate degree?
Yeah, absolutely. I think my biggest advice is to stay open-minded and stay curious. I know a lot of people um might necessarily not know about the health informatics program, just like I didn't know about it before I started researching into graduate programs. And so yeah, definitely like stay curious, and also especially in this field, it's good to kind of communicate with people, take time to kind of network and connect with people in this field. It can be very helpful, even whether it be to patients or, to kind of doctors, just kind of get a good idea of like, where the field is and what the problems are and what's being done. And, in general, like it's all about health informatics is all about collaborations because, you're going to be working with doctors, patients, and other like third party people. And, the more perspective you bring in, the better you'll be at like solving like real world problems. So definitely like, being open, communicating and, collaborating is definitely like the three big things. And looking back, when I first applied, I wish I'd known how truly vast this field is. Yeah, I thought like health informatics was only about, working with EHR and, just addressing patient needs, but it's more about using data and data tools to kind of address, bigger problems as well, public health problems. And, you know, it's not just limited to that one category. So that's one of the big things that I wish I knew. So I wouldn't have thought in this like such small circle. But it's not just about learning tech or like healthcare separately. You need to think like both like a clinician and a data analyst. And I also wish I'd started exploring tools like um Python or like Tableau. These are like, coding tools and like data visualization tools that a lot of these like companies and the big governments kind of use to kind of visualize the public health data sets a little better. But overall, it's been an amazing journey of just learning and growth. So yeah, definitely staying curious is another advice I could give.
Thank you so much, Venkata.
Yeah,
I
thank
think
you.
there is anything else you will add before saying bye?
In general,
Yep. Yeah, whatever. This is your time.
yeah, yeah, definitely. So, like I said, it's the learning curve can be a little intimidating, but if you're passionate, if you're curious, and you just kind of start doing research on your own, you'll definitely like develop a passion. You're gonna find something that you'll definitely gonna like in this field and would be willing to take further. So definitely stay open. Communicate is another big thing, and have fun. Like I think it's all about having fun because like you're doing something that you're passionate about, especially in graduate school. I think I tend to kind of like forget that sometimes it's not just school, but like it's something that you're passionate about. So I think, being on that like front end of passion can definitely kind of help with this graduate journey. So yeah,
Enjoy the process.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much. It was so nice to meet you. Thank you for your time and for all these amazing information and kind words of advice. And I'm sure this is going to be very helpful for a lot of people. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Marianne. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for listening to A Degree Further, the official podcast of the graduate school at Hood College, where we help you go farther in your life, in your career, and in your community. Be sure to tune in next time and to catch up on all the latest episodes. Visit hood.edu/a degree further. I'm your host, Mariana, and thank you so much for listening.